Okay, the next thing we're going to do is use the same artwork to optimize for the web. Now you can do the same with any photograph or any particular artwork that you want to upload onto the web and for it to stream really quickly in a blog or any HTML page. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to close this one, and I'll close this as well. Actually, I'll leave that open. I'm going to go ahead and open up our open up my document that I saved, my JPEG, and which was banner in my previous tutorial. This was a JPEG that should be opening up now. Okay, here it is, my banner JPEG. And the first thing I'm going to do is remember that we whacked it up all the way so it was a large size, so the image quality was 100%. And I'm going to go to image and go to image size, and you'll see it's 1.33 meg, and I've got 800 by 580 there. Now you can also see that here it's telling you the dimensions of the actual image itself, so it's 1.3 megabytes as stated there as well inside Photoshop. Now one of the easiest ways to optimize something like this for the web is first of all to reduce the size by pixels, so by width and height, which is in any type of optimization. Okay, so let's say for example I'll type in 300, and you can see Photoshop is telling me the document's now gone to 991.2 kilobytes and it was 1.33. So you can see a big difference there as well. Another cool trick when you're in this mode of image size and we're messing around with our image size, if we click this tab here, which is constrain proportions, it will lock this chain here. So whatever the width I type in, Photoshop will automatically constrain that proportion so the image doesn't go out of proportion with the width, so the width and the height remain, so it's not obscure. So in other words, if I take that off, I can now have total control over my height and width independently. I always like to have that switched on. It's quite nice. The images are quite rectangular. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and type in, say for example 600, and you'll see it's gone down. I'll select OK. Now if I go to 100% here, we'll see that it's still really nice, really crisp and sharp. Now 764 kilobytes, which is okay. However, say for example if you do not want to reduce or sacrifice reduction in size, but you still want to optimize your graphics, well, Photoshop has a really cool way in which we can do that. You need to go to File and go to Save for Web and Devices, which is absolutely godsend. And what you will need to do is we'll need to select 4 up, and this now gives us the option to we can move around and we can have a look at the quality in each different swatches. Okay, so we've got here quality of 50%. I can see some degrading of image like so, and 25% and 12%. You can see the 12% is a bit yucky. I'm going to go select my 50% quality one, and I'm going to make that a bit higher. I can choose the quality from this slider here, so I can drag that there, or what I could do is I can also select this and go to high, so we can see it's going up, or I can go to very high, so I'm using the Photoshop presets built in, so it's quality of 80%, which is fine. And I'm going to go ahead with that. I kind of like that one, that's quite cool. Okay, now a lot of people at this stage select done. What you need to do is select save, and now you need to bounce that outside of Photoshop, so I'll just select that, save type as image only, JPEG, and I'll click save like so. Now you'll notice that I'm just going to bounce outside Photoshop for a second, and I want to go to my desktop, and you'll see my banner image almost lost it, and it's basically 33 kilobytes. So that's quite cool. So if I launch this, and you can see that it's really nice quality as well. Obviously a banner shouldn't really be this size if you want to create this in your blog. It should kind of be a bit more streamlined anyway, but it's a really good size. If you can look at the just let me see if I can get it up. Just right click and go to properties. It's 33 kilobytes. So I'll just quickly show you. If you're on a Mac, it's get info, and I'll just select properties like so, and there we have it, 33 kilobytes. That's a massive reduction in file size, and this is absolutely godsend inside Photoshop. You'll see if you've got any photograph, or if you want to use and optimize for web, that's a really good way, and I really recommend using Save for Web and devices. Okay.